Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I am bringing you a beginner full body osteoporosis-safe reformer workout. This was a request from one of the subscribers asking if I could make a beginner workout that was safe for people with osteoporosis. So the prop we are going to need today is our Pilates ball. I am starting with my headrest up. I have my springs set to 2 heavies and 1 medium. So that is 2 reds and 1 blue on my machine. My foot bar is in its normal position. We are not going to begin with the ball, so I am just going to go ahead, put it down over to the side, and I will grab it when I am ready for it. When you're ready, we are going to go ahead, lie ourselves down. We're going to find our feet starting down on the platform. I want you to settle yourself down. Keep those shoulders a little bit away from those shoulder blocks. Abs are pulled in. Now you're either going to find your neutral or imprinted spine, whatever feels right for your body. Feet are pressing onto that platform. I want you to try to spread those toes, ground evenly through those feet. We're going to begin with Pilates breath. So I want you to take a nice big deep inhale through the nose. Thinking about that air expanding through the back, pressing into that mat. As you exhale, think about those ribs coming in closer together, pulling in and towards that spine. Again, think about the weight evenly distributed between both feet. Inhaling through your spine. Exhaling, blowing it out. Let's do one more here. Big deep inhale. Let's come back to that neutral spine. We're going to find ourselves in a neutral plane. Palms are facing down. We're going to go into pelvic rocks. So I want you to posteriorly tuck that pelvis where you're going to flatten your lower back into that imprinted spine. Try not to squeeze the glutes here. Just relax. Mobility through the pelvis and the lower back. Now I want you to anteriorly tuck that pelvis. Trying not to let the knees move too much. It's all coming from the hips and the pelvis. And continue tucking towards your nose. Exhale away from your nose towards your heels. Little arch of the spine, lower spine. Remember, try not to squeeze your glutes. Let's go for 2 more. It's a gentle rock for your range of motion. Trying to keep those knees pointed to the clouds. Next time you come to neutral, hold it there. Arms go placed back by the mat if they were released. Heels are coming up to the foot bar. We're going to come into pelvic marches. Hands come towards your hips. Abs are pulled in. Mid-back is pressing down. Shoulders are wide away from the shoulder blocks. Left leg's going to march up to tabletop. I want you to really push into those hip bones. And feel the transverse abs working, those obliques working as you lift and lower each leg. Try to keep those knees quiet. Just hinging at the hip, lowering it back down. Keeping that spine in neutral. Using that breath as you expand through the back of your lungs. As you exhale, that rib cage comes together. For 3. 2. Last one, when that foot comes down, bring it down to the foot bar. Hands come back towards the carriage mat. We're going to go knees bend wide open. So I'm going to have you drop your left leg out to the side. Try to keep that right leg still as possible. Try to drop without letting the pelvis shift. Now pull it in towards the center using that inner thigh. Drop to the right. Exhale as you bring it back to the center. Your breath pattern may be different. Do what works right for your body. Pull it in. Knees bend out. Pull it in. Everything else in your body is quiet. Just rotating at the hip. Pelvic stability. Let's go for 2 more, one on each side. Next time that right leg comes up to center, hold it there. We're going to go ahead, keep our heels on that bar. We're going to flex our feet towards our nose. Readjust your body if you need. Abs are going to be zipped in nice and tight. Heels are on that bar. Take a big deep inhale to prepare. On that exhale, I want you to extend yourself out. Resist yourself in. So just beginning with some footwork here. Warming up the lower body. Syncing our movement with our breath. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. Trying to keep that mid-back pressing down onto that carriage mat. Trying to keep that neutral spine engaged. Let's go for 3, 2, 1 more. Come all the way in. When your carriage comes to the bumper, I want you to slide your feet down to the balls of the feet, all 10 toes picking up real estate, gentle lift in those heels. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, extend the carriage out. Resist it in. Think about tracking those knees straight over those hips. They're not flaring out to the sides. Making sure your weight is evenly distributed between each side of your body evenly. I inhale to come in, exhale to push out. We have 4, 3, 2. This last one will come all the way in. We'll close the carriage. We'll click our heels together. Keep those heels lifted. Extend the carriage out. Bring the carriage in. Think about keeping those hip bones heavy. That neutral spine is engaged, keeping that rib cage from flaring. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way in here. We're going to take those heels wide. Go wide on the foot bar. Keep those feet externally rotated. Hip bones are equally planted on that carriage mat. Rib cage, upper rib cage is pressing down. Take an inhale, exhale, push yourself out. Resist yourself in. Think about those balls of those feet, especially in this wide V position. They're pressing down on that imaginary floor. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that carriage all the way in. Slide your feet back to the center. Come back down to the balls of the feet. We're going to extend ourselves out, find ourselves long on that foot bar. We're going to come into calf raises, so I want you to drop your right leg underneath that foot bar, so the heel is coming underneath the foot bar as you gently bend the left leg up. Let's switch. Drop the left heel under, bend the right. Taking your time, coming into that deep stretch of the calf. Let's go for 3. We're going to go from calf raises to prancing, which means we're going to do 2 double pumps underneath the foot bar. 1 more. Next time you hold your left heel under, hold it under, lift a little, pump a little, lift and switch. Lift a little, lower, lift and switch. So you're getting a little deeper on that second pump as you switch those heels. Think about keeping everything else quiet except those heels going underneath the foot bar. Knees are trying to point up straight to the clouds as best as possible. And keep that little shimmy out of the hips. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Come back up on both toes. Drop both heels under one final time. Big stretch. Come up on those toes. Bend those knees. Go ahead, bring your knees towards your chest. I like to roll those ankles just to give some mobility work in both directions. And this is where we are carefully going to come up and we are going to find our ball. So I'm going to roll myself up, grab my ball, bring myself back down. And we're going to place that Pilates ball in between right at our knees, but a little bit below our knees, right at the top of our inner thighs. Heels are on that bar. Headrest is going to come down flat. So if your headrest is lifted, please go ahead and knock it down. We're going to begin with just a little bit of a mid-range hinge. So again, this is osteoporosis safe, so no articulation too deep into the spine. So everything is a flat back hinge today. Fingers are spread open, shoulders are pressed down. You're going to squeeze that ball gently. You don't need to kill it, just a little activation. And when you're ready, you're going to lift yourself up just a little. Midway, I want you to drop it back down. Single spine, everything is moving together. So you're coming mid-spine, coming back to about your mid-thoracic, squeezing the ball, squeezing the glutes, dropping yourself down. Lifting in one unit, dropping in a unit. Lift and squeeze, halfway. For 4, 3, 2, last one, halfway, bring it back down, Go ahead, reset yourself. We're going to go for a full hinge bridge. Try to keep that carriage closed. Heels are towards the glutes. Abs are pulled in. Gentle adduction onto that ball, squeezing those inner thighs. When you're ready, take a big deep inhale. Exhale, hinge yourself up. 1 unit. Hold it there. Line from the knees to the hips to the shoulders, not splaying at the ribs. Drop it down. 1 unit. Lift. Lower. Four, 3, we're going to hold it in the top at 2. 1 more, we'll hold it up here. Just hold the ball. Now I just want you to squeeze the inner thighs together, straight line. Knees to the waist, to the shoulders. Squeeze the ball. Little squeezes. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, hinge it on down. Bring your knees, take that ball on out. Bring your knees to your chest and rock it out for a moment. Ball can come down onto the floor. We're going to go ahead, take 1 foot, bring it onto the platform. The other foot is going on to the foot bar. So I have my left foot on the foot bar, right foot on the platform. Arms are by my sides, abs are squeezing in. We're going to draw those shoulders, those abs back and down. We're going to draw those abs in, draw those shoulders back and down. Take a big deep inhale, hinge at the top, squeeze and lift. Coming into that split bridge, getting ready for single leg bridging in the next flow or two. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze straight line, lifting, making sure you're not going into your neck. Shoulders are staying flat on that mat. For 2. Last one. Hinge it down. Switch the feet. Right foot for me is now coming onto the foot bar. Left foot coming onto the platform. Taking an inhale. Exhale, lift. Lower. Last 2. On that last one, hinge your hips down. Bring both feet back to the platform. Bring your knees to your chest. Great job. Roll those ankles. When you are ready, we are slowly going to roll ourselves up. And we are going to either come down to 1 red spring or 1 red and 1 extra light. So 1 red or 1 red and 1 yellow. Choice is yours. You can go ahead, pick up your headrest. I also need you to grab your ball at this point. So grab that ball. You're going to go ahead, lie yourself down. Ball is going to come in between those inner thighs, just like they were earlier. You're going to reach behind you, grab your straps. You have the choice between the long straps or the short straps. Arms are coming up towards the clouds. You want to make sure you plug your shoulders back and down. Give yourself enough room away from the shoulder blocks. You're going to lift those legs to tabletop, imprinted spine or neutral spine. Choice is yours. Shoulders are plugged down. When you're ready, head stays down. This is osteoporosis safe. So arms come down by your side for shoulder extension. And let's reach them back up towards the clouds. Pressing down. Lifting up. What you're thinking of is that you have the energy slightly squeezing into that ball. Your upper body, your upper thoracic is pressing into that carriage mat. You have an imprinted spine, which means your knees are a little closer to your chest with a lower flat back, which is perfectly normal for beginners or people who just prefer an imprinted spine. Otherwise, the knees can be in neutral spine, however you choose. Let's go for 3. 2. 1, let's hold the hands by the sides. Let's flip the palms towards our hips. We're going to go for abduction. So we're going to open the arms out, squeeze them back towards the center. Let's go for 3. Think about that exhale to squeeze that rib cage together as you're exhaling all that air out of your lungs. Last one, hold your hands by your hips. We're going to grab either palms are facing towards the carriage or you have a soft grip. You're going to bend the elbows for tricep, resist it down. Everything else in your body is quiet. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one, when the arms are straight, go ahead, float the arms up to the clouds. Let the feet find the foot bar for a moment. I want you to go ahead, take that ball out, drop your knees from side to side, get a little bit of a spinal twist, little stretch for the abdominals. 1 more to each side. This time we're going to go ahead, we're going to place the hands back into those straps. We're going to hold the ball in both hands. Shoulders are plugged down our backs. We're going to bring those legs to tabletop. Remember, imprinted spine may be safe for you. Work what feels natural for you. From here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to march our legs just like we did before. So I'm going to drop my right leg down. I'm going to tap it. Bring it down towards the foot bar or the platform. Bring it back to center. Left leg, you're hinging at the hip, lifting it up. That spine is staying quiet. Pulling those abdominals, using those abs to pull that leg back up to center. Keep those shoulders, keep those abs, keep breathing. Shoulders down, ribs and abs connected. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one, when your legs come together, hold them together. I want you to go ahead into a diamond. Same thing, hinge at the hips. Lift it up, keeping that spine quiet. Hinging at the hips, trying not to flare through the chest, pulling it back up to center. We have 4, 3, 2, just 1. Bring it back up to center. Go ahead, bring your knees together. Drop your feet to the foot bar. Drop your arms down towards your sides. I want you to go ahead, take that right strap, push yourself out on the foot bar. You're going to take that right strap, put it onto the arch of the right foot. Go ahead, take the left strap, do the same thing with the left foot, and you can go ahead, place that ball as we are done with it for right this moment. Legs are reaching long, 45 degrees in front of you. I want you to externally rotate those toes out to the corners of the room. Abs are pulled in. We're going to come in for a frog, bringing the heels in towards our midline, pushing it away. I want you to think about the energy connecting through those heels, thinking of holding $100 bill between those heels, not letting it fall as you frog those feet in, maybe even flex them, and then point as you push away. Don't forget your breath. Remember, it's a tool, not a rule, so do what feels natural for you. I am actually more of a nose breather now. Let's go for 3. 2. Last one, hold those legs long. I want you to go ahead, float those legs up for up circles. Open those legs out and around, squeeze to the midline. Bring them back to parallel, float up, maybe externally rotate. Come out and around, bring them together in Pilates V, flip them to parallel, float them up. Get that hamstring stretch. External, out and around. So think about that ankle mobility. Heels together, parallel, external. Last 2 in this direction. When your feet come up to the clouds the next time, I want you to go ahead, reverse that motion in for your down circles. So coming down with parallel feet, then maybe externally rotating them, coming up and around, connecting with that frog at the top, coming to parallel, bringing down. Think about the splaying of the ribs. We have 3, 2, last one here. When those feet come up to the clouds, go ahead, hold them there. From here, I want you to drop both feet down towards the foot bar. Lift them straight up towards the clouds. I want you to try to not drop them as far so your chest doesn't pop. You keep everything connected. Lifting it up. I caught myself popping on the last one. Four, 3, 2, last one here. When the legs come up, I want you to bring them back into Pilates V, bend them towards your chest. Go ahead, grab those ropes, open your legs slightly. Go ahead, rock yourself from side to side, controlling that movement for happy baby. Just massaging that flat spine. For 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center. Go ahead, take those straps off your feet. Carefully, one foot comes to the foot bar, followed by the other. You can take those straps off. We're going to slowly come up. I'm going to come up facing you. We are going to sit towards the edge of our carriage. Our shoulders are going to be back and down. We are going to have our feet hip distance apart. We want our heels a little bit closer towards our glutes. As we're going to draw those abs in, send those shoulders back. We're going to come up to a sit and stand. So feet are hip distance apart. You're going to lean just a little bit forward. You're going to come to a standing position. You're going to come to a little bit of a hinge. Don't come fully upright yet. So you have your abs pulled in. Everything is one neutral plane. Shoulders are back and down. You're going to sit yourself back down. And again, come up to that half stand, and down. Come all the way down to the carriage and stand it up. If you can't get all the way down, that's fine. Do what works for you. Come all the way down, sit. Let's go for 2 more half stands, and then we're going to go into a full stand. Half stand here. Abs are pulled in, shoulders are back. Now we're going to come into a full stand, so lean that weight forward. Press that weight through the heels. Stand it up, squeeze the glutes. Hinge it down. We're going for 5 more. Sit to stand. Watching those knees that they're not collapsing in. For 3. 2. Last one, come all the way up. Excellent job. Go ahead, roll it out. We are going to take that extra light spring, that yellow spring, if you had it added on for your arms and straps. You're also going to need your Pilates ball. So my Pilates ball is on this side, so I am going to just go ahead and start on this side. I'm going to take my inside foot, which is going to be my left leg, and I am going to be bringing it to the shoulder block. So this ball now is going to come underneath my knee because it becomes very easy on the knee joint. This outside foot moves up closer towards the foot bar. Now abs are pulled in, shoulders are back. This is a flat back hinge lunge. It's also a stretch right now. So I want you to extend that carriage all the way out. Bend the standing knee, trying to keep that knee over that ankle. I want you to really press down in to that ball. It's very gentle on the joints. Draw those abdominals in. Try to square the hips out. Trying to keep that flat back. You can bring your hands down towards the platform to get a little bit deeper into this stretch. And then I want you to go ahead, maybe extend that front leg, going into a super big stretch, forward lunge, working on our front splits. And then you can bend that knee, bring the carriage in, You can keep your hands on the platform, bring them back to the foot bar. We're gonna do one more just like that, really stretching out our legs here. Flat back hinge. So it's a standing lunge, stretch. Right now, we're not working this, we're just stretching all of our legs out. Maybe extend that front leg, keeping that back flat. Carefully bring that carriage in. Come all the way into the bumper. And now we're gonna take that ball on out. I'm gonna place it on the other side of my foot bar. My knee is now gonna come down on the carriage. I'm gonna come into a scooter. So I'm gonna slide my standing leg back. I'm gonna lift my leg on the carriage. Abs are pulled in, shoulders are back down. Soft bends in the elbows so you have a flat back. Gaze is over the tip of the nose. You're gonna extend the carriage back, bring it in. We're just extending it out, pulling it in. Now you can keep your hands at your hips. By all means, keep your hands on the foot bar. You can bring your hands to prayer, keep them at your hips. You decide, abs stay pulled in. This is a flat back scooter. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way in and stand it up. Go ahead, grab onto that foot bar. I want you to rotate yourself towards your carriage. So my foot is now staying, it's lightly, the balls of my foot is slightly against the shoulder rest. My abs are pulled in, my hand is on to the foot bar. We're gonna extend the carriage leg out. That carriage leg is now straight. From here, we're gonna work into side splits. So flat back, abs are pulled in. Stay holding onto that foot bar, just get that stretch. If you want more, abs stay pulled in, hands can come down to the carriage mat, one hand in the front of the wood. You still have a flat back. You stretch, go to your range of motion. It may be more than mine, less than mine. You do what works for you. Every workout is to be made your own at home, and that is the beauty of working out at home. Go ahead, bring that carriage in, grab the foot bar, stand up, bring the carriage home. Excellent job. Before we go over to the other side, we're gonna change that spring to one blue spring. Take off that red spring. I'm gonna come kneeling on my carriage. My knees are gonna come up against the shoulder blocks. Arms are coming right underneath our shoulders. Our abs are gonna be pulled in. So we're not allowing our body to arch. We're keeping our abs pulled in. Shoulders are down our back. We're gonna begin with scapular protraction and retraction. So I just want you to think like push-ups without bending your elbows. So abs are pulled in, flat spine. You're gonna press yourself down, push that wood away from you. You're gonna feel those scapula protract towards one another, and then you're gonna push away as those shoulders retract. So again, press it down, press, push, squeeze those scapula together. Keep those abs pulled in, no arching of the spine, push away. So it's just like push-ups without the elbows bending. Last 2. One more. Go ahead, find those shoulders back to neutral. Make sure all 5 fingers are on the same side. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna work from our arms here, so our legs are not gonna move. We're gonna draw those abs in, send those shoulders back. Now we're gonna squeeze our side body as we pull our bottom towards our chest, or our knees towards our knees towards our wrists, sorry, and then extend it back. So this work is definitely coming from the arms and the lats. So you're pulling from the arms pit muscle, pulling down towards your side body, extending it back. Pull. Keeping those abs pulled in, gaze is still over the tip of the nose. Remember that the chin should probably be up a little bit higher than what you think. Working that posterior chain here. In flat back hinge, we have 2 more. One more here. Go ahead, extend yourself back. I want you to sit your hips back, bring your hands to the shoulder blocks, and just relax those shoulders for a moment. All right, we're gonna find the same position, but this time we're gonna work from our lower body. So our arms are gonna be underneath our armpits, so wrists underneath the shoulders, okay? Abs are pulled in. This time we're gonna squeeze through the abs with a flat back, so try not to round the spine. You wanna keep the spine flat. So you wanna pull in with your knees, keep that booty long, extend it out. Pull in with the knees. Use those abdominals. Pull them in, bringing the knees towards the chest. You're not exactly pulling in with your knees. You're pulling in with your abdominals. Sorry, correction. But the knees are coming towards the chest. Think about the return is just as much control as the bringing in. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, chin a little bit higher than what you should normally think. 4, 3, 2, last one, bring it all the way back and go ahead, slide that carriage home. And you can carefully sit yourself back, bring that spine up, relax those shoulders. We are gonna come off to the other side. Do that lunge work on this side, so we need you to change that spring back to 1 red spring. Take that blue spring off. That ball is coming onto the carriage. We're gonna bring the inside foot. For me, that is my right foot. Right knee is coming down onto the carriage. Organize yourself, send your shoulders back, move your standing leg up towards the foot bar. Go ahead, extend yourself out into that lunge, really get that deep stretch. The ball really assists you in that stretch. Try to square those hips out. Now you can drop your hands to the platform, get a little bit deeper into the stretch. And then you can go ahead, extend that leg out. If you prefer, maybe bring your hands getting into that front split stretch. And then bring the carriage in. Ooh, that leg is a lot tighter. And close it in. That is my bad hip. So hands come back to the foot bar. Let's do it again. Remember, do what feels right for you. When you bring your hands down to the platform, it gets a little bit deeper. And this is my bad hip, so like I said, I've been off for quite a few weeks, so not exactly there right now. Bring that carriage in. And then you can bring both hands to the foot bar. Ball comes off. Coming into a little bit of standing work. Knee over the ankle. You're gonna go ahead, bring that knee down. Sorry, you're gonna take that foot, step it back just a little bit. Knees almost in line with each other. Abs are pulled in, shoulders are to the foot bar. You have that flat back. You're gonna lift that knee, you're gonna extend that carriage out, resist it in. Press it out, resist it in. Now you take this challenge to where you seem fit. You can take one hand off, maybe leave 1 or 2 fingers, but what we're remembering is we're keeping that hinged back, straight back. Both hands can come to your hips, come to prayer. Choice is yours. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way in. Carefully grab that bar. You're gonna go ahead, rotate your body towards the carriage. Feet are coming to the shoulder block. Shoulders are backing down. You're gonna extend that carriage out. And depending on your flexibility, you're gonna either come all the way out. You can bring your hand down to the carriage, get deep into that stretch. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1. Carefully bring that carriage all the way in. Grab the foot bar and bring the carriage home. Go ahead. Let's change that spring to 1 blue spring. We're going to take that red spring off. We're going to come to the front of our carriage here. Your foot bar can stay up. It by no way is in my way. If it's in your way, by all means, take it down. We're going to go ahead, roll those shoulders. We're going to reach those arms up. Now we're going to draw those abs in and we're going to come down, bring our hands straight down to the mat. Now I want you to send the carriage out so that your hips come up higher than your shoulders, but your abs are pulled in and you have a nice hinge from your hips down to your fingertips. Drop the chin a little bit towards your chest. I want you to transfer your weight from one side of your body towards the right. So we're laterally flexing the hips, not rotating the spine. Come back to center. Rotate the hips towards the left. Laterally flex the hips towards the left, sorry, correction. Back to center. Repeat each side 1 more time. Come back to center here. Give yourself 1 final inhale. Exhale it all out. Carefully bring the carriage in, gliding those shoulders, those arms underneath those shoulder blades with that flat back, walking those hands back. And then from here, you can slowly hinge yourself up, bringing those arms up and opening them out towards the sides. Go ahead, roll those shoulders in each direction. And that concludes today's workout. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Like always, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'll meet you on the reformer. Bye.